Good evening. 6 o'clock, so we'll get started. Thank you for attending this meeting of the Planning Committee on Thursday, 23rd of January 2025. My name is Councillor Elaine Stringfellow, Vice Chair of the Planning Committee, and I'll be chairing this evening's meeting. Committee members and members of the public are reminded that this meeting is being recorded and streamed live to YouTube. Voting will be undertaken by the electronic voting system. The outcome of the vote will then be confirmed by our legal officer, Alex, once complete. I'll begin with some housekeeping. Please can you ensure that mobile phones are either switched off or turned on to silent mode. We're not anticipating a fire alarm drill, but if the alarm does go off, you should leave via the fire exit in the wheel room and wait on the car park to the rear of the building. If I can now ask everybody to introduce themselves, starting to my left, and go round one by one.
Good evening. My name is Alex Jackson, Legal Services Team Leader.
Ben Story, Democratic and Member Services Officer.
Peter Gabbett, Councillor for Loslock Hall.
Chris Lomax, Councillor Whatleydale East.
Good evening, Councillor Phil Smith, and I represent New Longton and Hutton East.
Good evening, David Shaw, representing Howican Priory in Penwortham.
Councillor Peter Pillinger, representing Buckshaw and Worden.
Councillor Peter Molyneux, representing Samlesbury and Walton.
Councillor Hayden Williams, representing Leyland Central.
Councillor Mary Green, Councillor for Moss Side and Midge Hall.
Caleb Tomlinson, Councillor for Bamber Bridge West.
Good evening, Fiona Hope, Planning Officer.
Good evening, Catherine Thomas, Planning Manager. Good evening, Elizabeth Hindle, Head of Planning and Enforcement.
Right, thank you. We have no apologies for absence. Everybody's here. Do we have any declarations of interest? Has anybody got any interest to declare tonight? No declarations of interest. I have the minutes of the meeting held on the 12th of December in front of me. I'm happy to sign those as correct. Can I have a seconder? Thank you.
Yeah, happy to second, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Tomlinson. Okay, that's voted unanimously. Do we have any appeal decisions, Lizzie?
Yes, Chair, we do. We've received one decision since the last meeting, and that was an application for 31 Hazel Close in Penwortham. And the proposal was for a house extension, described as a first floor extension over an existing single story extension. The main issue with the application and officer concerns related to the impact of the development on the character and appearance of the existing dwelling and the surrounding area. The property had already been heavily extended and was in a prominent corner location. So we refused planning permission. The inspector has reviewed the decision and also concluded that the development would result in harm to the character and appearance of the area, and therefore the appeal has been dismissed. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Catherine. That's good news. So we can move on to our item 6 now, which is Hopton's Bar, Chapel Lane, Longton, to be presented by Fiona.
Thank you, Chair. Okay, we're all ready to go. Right, thank you, everybody. So this is with regards to an application for a cellar cooler unit at Hopton's Bar, which is located across the road from the Ram's Head pub and is on the edge of Longton District Centre. So there's a roof plan here to show you where the proposed cooling unit would be. So it's outlined in that blue rectangle just to the rear of the building. Size-wise, the cooling unit would have a width of 0.86 metres, a depth of 0.33 metres and a height of 0.65 metres. Be located on the flat roof towards the rear of the building, amongst other existing plant and equipment for other commercial premises in this building. The building is a fully commercial premises. The proposed unit has a noise rating of 26 decibels that's A-weighted, and A-weighted means the relative loudness of sound as perceived by the human ear, and that's within a 10-metre free field. So to give you some context, whispering is around 20 to 30 decibels, an electric toothbrush or normal conversation is around 60 decibels, so this cooling unit's 26 decibels. And the nearest dwelling house to the back, number 1 School Lane, is 14 metres away, and that's a sound rating within 10 metres. Just to show you some elevations here, the dotted blue rectangle on both the images there shows the position of the cooling unit, but it would be set behind those walls, the flank wall at the rear and the mansard roof on the other sides. So therefore it would be screened from every side and would not be visible from the ground. So that's just to show you whereabouts it would be at Hopton's Bar. And then I've got some photographs taken at site as well. So again, but you can see it from both sides. The blue arrows just showing the approximate position of the cooling unit, but again, it will be behind the wall and the roof and screened from all aspects at the rear and both sides. There's been no neighbour representations received and no objection from environmental health, subject to condition that it is the cellar cooling model located in the position as per the plans. So therefore, the application is recommended for approval. Thank you.
Thank you, Fiona. Can we bring this application into committee now for discussion?
Is that me, Chair?
That'll be you.
Thank you very much. Well, I don't see any problems with this, Chair. It's been here a couple of times for various different things, so I'll just move approval. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I'm happy to second Councillor Smith's proposal for approval with conditions, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we put that to the vote then, please?
Thank you, Chair. Members have voted unanimously to approve the application, subject to conditions.
Thank you. So that's all we have to deal with tonight. Before I conclude this evening's meeting, I'd like to thank all those members who attended our training session on the changes to the NPPF last night. Can you please leave a completed feedback form for Democratic Services to collect? There is one in front of you on your desk. And a reminder that we have a further training session for committee members on the local plan on Wednesday, the 5th of February, here at the Civic Centre. Yeah. Thanks for attending this meeting of the Planning Committee, and the next meeting of the Planning Committee is 13th of February. Thank you.